Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at deatakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's deatakeback.com.
DeLand Nissan gives you the best bottom line on our entire line. Shop by payment and value your trade in 10 seconds or less. Ready for your best buying experience? Stop by DeLand Nissan today.
It's not just a Nissan, it's a DeLand Nissan.
Every parent wants their child to find happiness in whatever path they choose. Florida Prepaid has a plan to help you support them by affordably and confidently saving for college. Our 529 prepaid plans start at just $34 a month, and you have peace of mind knowing that when you lock in 2024 prepaid plan prices, your payment will never go up. It's inflation-proof and further proof that it's the best way to ensure the brightest future. Florida Prepaid open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Every 2023 Nissan on closeout. Now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get closeout pricing, 0% APR financing, no payments till 2025. Every single Nissan has to go by month end. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
My wife and I we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, BILLS, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeart Media, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, April 18th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from Caitlyn Clark's creepy question to is it time for you to hear some shock talk, and how much does a kidney cost? Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
Shock talk.
And hello to you, Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You can join us with a dispatch today, all you have to do is send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Go over there on your phone or your laptop right now to join the show. You can also watch us live on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Yeah.
So much time with Josh today.
Oh, man, you gonna hang out with him and give him some hugs and
I just
spend
meant
time
like
with him?
overall because we get to hang out with him tonight too.
Oh, that's true.
8 hours of me.
Oh man, so maybe too much, Josh. Now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, you know, it's a little bit excessive.
All right, call Forrest.
Get him on the line.
Bring in the ringer.
All right. We got your dispatches on the way today on the show, your emails and all kinds of good stuff, of course, but we start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to the world of sports, friends.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. We know sports. We live sports. We breathe sports around here. So, of course, we know about Caitlyn Clark, who has just been drafted by the Indiana Fever, #1 draft pick.
Still don't know why I got the notification for that. Like the worst kept secret in sports.
Can you believe it? The woman that everybody was talking about for the entirety of March in women's basketball's big star was drafted #1.
And somebody, one of my friends on Facebook, I think, somebody that I was scrolling through, pointed out, they're like, I mean, this was a done deal. This was definitely going to happen. They couldn't print her name on the jersey.
Right. Hey, can be ready for this? Yeah. Another thing. All right. Another thing here. I don't know. I haven't looked this up. Am I taller than Caitlyn Clark? Or is she taller than me?
No, I'd imagine she's taller than you.
You think she's over 6 feet tall?
She's like 6'7", isn't she?
No, she's 6 foot.
Is she
She's
really?
6 foot even.
No way.
Bring it.
I'm taller.
It. I will dunk so hard on her.
Okay.
Nah, I can't even pretend I wouldn't win in a basketball game. Honestly, I'd be surprised.
You're starting to sound just as creepy as that reporter.
The reporter's a little weird. So that's what we're going to here. Let's hear from the reporter that C-Lane's calling creepy here. This guy was at the first press conference. They bring Caitlyn Clark up there. She's answering questions. She's always very nice about this stuff. And the reporter does, you know that thing that you do with your hands? You make like a little heart with your hands like this.
Yes.
The reporter
Which is a thing
does
that Caitlyn Clark does a lot.
Yeah, that's her. One of her moves is to do the little hand heart. And the reporter does the hand heart at Caitlyn Clark. Like, hey, you know, here you go. Hey, first, before I say anything, this. And then it just kind of gets awkward from there.
Hi, Caitlyn. Greg Doyle, Indy Star.
Greg Doyle.
Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game. So.
Okay, already. I like that you're here.
Hi. I like that you're here.
So it was, I think it was kind of like, hey, look, I'm one of us. You know, I'm in the mix. You know, I could do the heart thing with my hands. But her response was kind of weird. Like, you like that? You like that?
You like that? Yeah, good boy.
Yeah. You like it a heart? I'll get you my heart.
You know what? She's allowed to do that, though. He's the one who seemed much more weird. She's just being like courteous and kind and cordial and all those things, all the words. And he does a heart sign to her, and then she's like, "You like that?" And he says, "I do it with my family all the time." Or they go back and forth, and then it just gets weirder, right?
I like that you're here.
I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me, and we'll be able to get along just fine. So, question is...
I'd like to be your father also.
What I'm saying is, dunk on me, baby. That's what I want you to do. Here's a layup for you right here. My heart, your heart. No, I'll stop there. Never mind. All the things.
That was enough.
That he's saying are like this awkward back and forth. And the guy wrote a whole article about how he was sorry for being so awkward. He was like, look, I'm just a strange guy. I didn't mean to be creepy. It's kind of how I am. It's just very, very, very weird. But bless his soul. He's now taking a lot of lumps for his comments to Caitlyn Clark today.
I think he's taking, I think the whole exchange was awkward. Mm-hmm. The fact that he did the heart thing just to kind of like look cool to Caitlyn Clark. And then it just like snowballed both of them from there. And then I think he's taking more heat than he deserves.
Yeah, he not only is, I'll give you an example of how he's taking more heat than he deserves, okay? And this guy, that was weird. He's an awkward, stupid sports reporter, and he's just being awkward. That's what it was. So the thing that I think shows that he was taking too much heat, C-Lane, there was another article. I don't know if it was from the New York Post. It was from some news outlet, and it says the journalist that flirted with Caitlyn Clark also referred to her as it and that in a previous question. And so I go, let me see the tape here. And it's the coach. It's Caitlyn Clark's former coach. And Caitlyn Clark's former coach is asked by this guy, when you have Caitlyn Clark on your team, it's a really big asset. What do you do with it? And how do you utilize that? And so there's the it and that. And it's like, he didn't. That's not weird.
Come on. You can say that about a man, too. When you have LeBron James on your team, it's a really big asset. What do you do with that?
Yeah, what do you do with it? What do you do with it?
Because we're not calling LeBron it. We're not calling Caitlyn Clark it. We're calling the idea of having this superstar on your team. And we're referring to, what do you do with that idea? What do you do with that notion?
Yeah, I think the guy's just weird.
Stupid.
I think the guy's just weird. And I think, like, what would he, if a guy was up there, answer questions, do the little heart hand thing to the guy and say, if you keep doing that to me, we'll be in real good shape. I don't think he would do that. That's super weird. And it seems like your dad flirting with a younger woman or something. It's just very awkward. But people just go nuts for this stuff. It wasn't so much more than that. Everybody wants to yell at somebody. Just the guy is not great socially. He's a weirdo sports reporter. 90% of those sports reporters are weird. Have you ever met a sports reporter? Oh, my God. They're some of the weirdest people on the planet. Let me tell you, some of the most boring and weird people I've ever met, they share a title. Journalist. Some of the most boring and weird people I've ever met in my life. Some of the people who will write, they'll write the most evil thing ever about you or to you. And then you meet them somewhere in public. You actually run into them like, oh, God. Every time it's like that. He's a sports reporter. They're weirdos. That's how it goes, friends. All right, we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. And I want to tell you about something that's happening soon. In 100 days, Josh, are you excited about the Olympics? It's coming our way.
Oh, I've been waiting for it for 4 years now.
I know you have.
I've been waiting for you to ask about it for at least 2 years.
Well, here we are, friend. The questions have arrived. And they got something that is in the works for the coverage of the 2024 Olympics, the Summer Olympics in Paris. And NBC has an idea. And I want you to tell me if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. All right?
Good idea or bad idea.
Just frame this up how you want and tell me, you guys, if you think this is good or bad. NBC is planning on doing something that's never been done before in history for the 2024 Olympics. As they show all these competitors, many of them who have worked their whole lives to be able to compete on an Olympic level and to strive to be on the medal podium. What do they pan the cameras to when these people are performing, when they're up there? The high diver is on the high dive. The gymnast is about to do a routine. If they go to the crowd, who do they tend to go to?
Families.
That's right. Yeah. Their families. Their parents. They're going to be out there. They're going to be rooting on their kids. And they're going to be saying, I want you to do great. You know, they're clapping, they're crying. They go to the parents. NBC plans to put heart rate monitors on the parents of athletes.
Oh, my.
For the 2024 Olympics.
That's hilarious.
There will be live results from the heart rate monitors on the screen. So they'll go, Simone Biles is about to do her floor routine. Here's her father right now. Here's her mother right now. and they'll show a little heart beating icon on the screen, and they'll show how nervous the parents are before this performance. That is two things. One, weird, very weird. Two, I want to watch it. I can't lie. I want to see it.
What if they're not nervous at all? And then their kid finds out, and they're like, what the hell, man? My whole life hinged on this performance.
All my teammates' parents, their heart rate was well over 100, and you were sitting at 80. You weren't even worried. And the parents would be like, that's because I know how good you are. I wasn't nervous for a moment.
I'm confident in your abilities.
The real kicker would be if somebody has a heart attack while they have that thing on watching the performance during the Olympics. Now we're talking. Now we got some TV going on. Why would the parents agree, says Russell on YouTube? I don't know. They want to be part of all this stuff. They really, really want to be part of it. Noble Roman says, what if somebody randomly does cocaine while they're hooked up to it? Well, I guess they'll have an excuse. They'll say, it wasn't the cocaine. It was simply that my child was performing during the Olympics.
I think what we're witnessing is, and I mean, this is true of many different situations, but right now we're looking at NBC's coverage of the Olympics, and I see a much bigger Sean Watson.
Yeah?
Because they've never just said, all right, we got everything we need. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the website, it's the studio. It's nothing's ever finished.
They're going to tinker forever.
Yeah.
I think this is like the reality TV-ification of sports.
Think about when they first put football on television. If you watched like the first Super Bowl or the first football game ever televised, you would not know what the hell is going on. You would be so out of it because you'd be like, what the? There's no line on the field telling me where the line of scrimmage is.
Flash forward to now, and if you had somebody who watched the first Super Bowl,
I missed that play. What just happened? You're not going to see it again.
You'll never know what happened. And flash forward to now, the person who's watching the first Super Bowl, zoom them forward to right now, and somebody's drawing on the screen. There's giant, animated robots smashing into stuff.
Show them that Nickelodeon thing where they scored a touchdown and they're just exploded slime everywhere.
You zoom over to the Puppy Bowl, and you're right. It's come a long way. We get bored over time, and now we need heart rate monitors from the parents of athletes during the Olympics. Please. Give it to us. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your dispatch right now. That person on the plane is not real. They're not real. The lady went famous, viral, all over the place. She got a lot of attention. We wanted to know if there was truly some sort of alien on the plane. Now she's pissed everybody off. What happened? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You might not have many friends, but we definitely don't. So, hey Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traveling on I-4 this morning, you could expect your regular delays before US 27 and approaching Sand Lake Road in both directions. There's still bumper-to-bumper traffic due to that accident. Southbound on Florida's Turnpike, you could expect delays. Traffic is backed up from Scrub J Lane, and authorities are clearing up an accident on the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Princeton Street. If you see any traffic troubles, please call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Silk. Feel plenty good. Shop wherever you find groceries. Silk's delicious plant-based beverages help bring a daily dose of goodness to help you feel plenty good. They are rich in calcium and a good source of vitamins A and D to support the health of you and your family. Shop wherever you find groceries.
The Orlando concert event of the year, Saturday 420 at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. It's WJRR's Earth Day Birthday, featuring Stained, Seether, Asking Alexandria, and many, many more. Angel from the Monsters in the Morning will be the official DJ and host of the Real Radio Monsters Chill Zone, featuring DJ sets and an all-acoustic stage. Plus, Russ Rollins from the Monsters will be sampling his Triple R whiskey in front of the Chill Zone. Saturday 420 at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. It's WJRR's Earth Day Birthday. Get info
Info and buy tickets now at WJRR.com/EDBD.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take IBRANCE, palbociclib.
IBRANCE 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about IBRANCE and visit IBRANCE.com. IBRANCE may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. IBRANCE may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking IBRANCE, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos, a better, easier way to get term life insurance, all online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos, up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Sneezing, coughing, stuffy nose, runny nose, postnasal drip, interrupted sleeping. I was groggy at the end of the day.
Allergies and sinus congestion were making Jana miserable. Then, a friend recommended Navage. Navage provides immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Navage helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
Navage gave me instant relief. I didn't have to wait 30 minutes. I didn't have to wait an hour, 90 minutes. I didn't have to wait a minute. I ran the rinse and I felt better.
Stop suffering from congestion and start breathing and feeling your best again with Navage. Navage.
I've had people ask me how I find relief, and I tell them Navage immediately. This thing is amazing.
Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 27th. Find a collection site near you at DEAtakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow
Follow Wassy's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassysmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Remember this lady, right? Plane freak out lady. She gets up and she points to the back of the plane. That man is not real.
Did he say man? Did she say man, or was it that?
That mother
is
not real. That MFer is not real, she said. And she got off the plane. And of course, America, the chosen land, the beautiful, beautiful American, just the destination of the world, truly paradise that we live in, takes lady who calls out somebody for being an alien on a flight and turns her into a famous person. And that's how it goes around here. And she's got tons of followers now.
I think if this weren't true, she would still be just as viral. Not just as viral, but there was also a factor of her being attractive.
I think that played in because when somebody sees a person having a public freak out and the person, you don't even have to be hot. You just have to not be weird looking. If you're not weird looking, people go, wow. Like, I think I might be able to get away with it. If I had a public freak out, they'd be like, oh, that guy doesn't seem too ugly.
Yeah, he's not hot, but he's not weird looking.
Yeah. He's on the train to Uglyville, but
average guy having a freak out over here.
It seems that there's something more interesting about it. And if you look decent, people go, wow. And guys are really weird. Guys, we have to take the lumps for this. The women are right. A lot of us are weird, and there's something about guys. It doesn't happen as much with women, though. Ladies, you're not totally in the clear on this. Guys will see a woman stand up from a crowd and behead 3 guys in public. All right, she takes out a machete and she chops off the heads.
This is going somewhere.
All right, but she's in a bikini and she has an excellent body and she's attractive. Guys will be like, "Damn, girl, what's your number?" You know, guys will go, I could tame her.
I can change her. Case in point, Casey Anthony.
Right, I can change her. I can make it all good. And guys have this stupid thing where if somebody's attractive, it doesn't matter what they're doing. If they're mutilating hobos, you still go, oh, I could change her. It's like, my qualifications are only that she be hot. The rest of the stuff does not matter at all to me, even if she's a cold-blooded murderer. Now, are there women who like guys who do stuff like that? Yes, there are. That's why there's like $5,000 in the Boston Bombers prison account right now. And that's why Scott Peterson gets love letters by the hundreds, because there are some women out there that are like that. But guys, you got to admit it, we're way more likely to see a woman do something that is horrendous and unforgivable, chopping off cat's tails and the like. And then we go, yeah, but she's hot. And you'll like let the person off with that. This is a weird behavior. It's just a weird guy thing. So the You're Not Real plane lady is famous now. She's got a big following online, and she just posted a tweet. Good advertisement, folks. Good advertisement right here. 4.8 million views. She's from Dallas, so hello to her, Tiffany Gomez, if you're out there. And this is the tweet that she posted. It says, wonder how many people I'm going to piss off with this post. It's right in front of me. You can take the laptop, C-Lane. It says, wonder how many people I'm going to piss off with this post. And she's drinking that right-wing beer. Remember the beer company after the Bud Light transgender thing?
I thought they didn't make it.
No, they did, I guess. They made it. It's like the right beer. And they had the commercial where they're like, are you tired of your transgender beer company? And all the guys are like, I just want my beer to be a beer. Be about America. And you watch this and you go, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Let's get in on this. And they made this like right-wing beer. And she's got one of the right-wing beers in her hand. And she's wearing a bikini with the right-wing beer company logo on it as she's like posing in her house.
So they're merchandising. They're branching out. That's nice.
Brilliant advertisement. Brilliant. For her, I bet she made a couple $100,000. I bet she did.
You think?
And takes one picture, tweets one picture, triggers all the weirdos on Twitter.
Does the right-wing beer have hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Maybe. This got 4.8 million views, 4.8 million views. That's huge exposure for a right-wing beer company. And a bunch of guys will be like, damn, I can change her.
I mean, come on.
Like, even the most liberal, progressive, leftist weirdo out there is like, I can make her drink the transgender beer again. I can fix this problem.
Come on, baby, just a little Bud Light.
I can solve this with a little Bud Light and a little conversation. And 4.8 million views to do this. What a world we live in. What a world we live in where you can ride that roller coaster. I put this up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com, and she did indeed piss people off in the replies, which was the intention. That's what this company knew was going to happen. And it is something else to watch. Arya Shadowblade on Twitch says, girls definitely do that. Look at all the girls in love with serial killers. Yeah, I that's why I mentioned that. I know that that's the case, but I think fewer women are like, yeah, he's a monster, but he's hot. And many more men are like if you're a nerdy guy who doesn't get much luck with women and an attractive woman comes up to you, I think she could say anything. Like, I literally think if there was a totally nerdy guy who's not getting much action, a woman comes up to him and she's like, she's very attractive and she looks great. And she goes, my favorite person, you ask? Well, Adolf Hitler, of course. I think nerdy guy's going to be like, I can forgive it. I'm fine. Don't hit record on that. Don't hit record on that. That was out of bounds. I was saying it in context. Don't hit record on that.
All right.
Oh, no, that's a bad one.
You did it to yourself.
I did.
Who's that family annihilator that all the women are in love with? Because he's like kind of a muscular dude. Not Alec Murdaugh. No one likes him.
Well, one was the guy who killed all those co-eds not too long ago with a knife. And we had the psychopath lady on, Brian Koberger or something of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Chris Watts was who I was thinking of.
Chris Watts.
What was the group that she was in that were like Brian fans?
Bry Nation. Yeah, and they're fans.
The Church of Briantology.
Yeah, they thought he was a good-looking guy, and you're like, yeah, but he's alleged with some real solid evidence that I can see to have killed several women. And I don't think he did it. He's too attractive to have done that. We're weird. Here's my biggest question about this. When I look at Tiffany Gomez in her right-wing beer commercial Twitter post, I go, is that this lady? Is this the same lady? Guys, take a look at this, all right? Those of you on YouTube and Twitch. Is this person this person?
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks very different to me.
I disagree.
All right.
It's the angle.
I don't know how we could do
Is
this.
that-
I don't know how we could do this quickly, but if you could mirror the one of her on the plane. So
How am I supposed to do that?
Zoom and enhance.
Okay, I can zoom. All right. How do I enhance?
Well, you start with some plastic surgery.
I think she's already done that. I think that's already
She
happened.
might have got some stuff done with her face, but I think that's the same person.
What a world when you could freak out on a plane and boom, just like that, become the latest viral sensation.
Not if she was, not attractive.
Some people who are ugly also go viral, but it's for different reasons. give
Dude, if Rachel Doziel went ape-s on a plane, you don't think the right-wing beer companies sending her bikinis and, take some pictures.
Rachel Doziel has an OnlyFans.
I know, it's terrible.
Isn't it just her feet?
No, it's all of the things.
No.
It's too many of the things. Yeah, it's a lot. But in this case, see it for yourself. Go over to See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com. A poll asks maybe the most important question that is facing Americans in this election year. And I want to see, Josh C. Lane, what you think the public answered to this question. All right, what you think their answer to this poll question was. It's a legitimate polling company. Echelon Insights is the name of the company. And given the chance to ask Americans basically any question that they wanted to, they asked all the people who answered the poll, who would win, Trump or Biden, in a hot dog eating contest? That's the question.
That's very American.
To the American public. Who would win in a hot dog eating contest? What do you think the answers from the American polling republic were? Trump or Biden, who would win in a hot dog eating contest? What do you think they said?
I feel like both sides would maybe agree that Trump would win that one.
So what do you think the percentage is that said Trump would win v. Biden in a hot dog eating contest?
65%.
65%. What do you think, C-Lane?
Are we going who can eat a hot dog faster, or like who given an amount of time who would eat more hot dogs?
In a hypothetical hot dog eating contest. Donald Trump, how many people do you think said that? What percentage of people said that?
78% of people.
Whoa. 78, he says. Josh was closer. 58% of people said they think Trump would perform better. Biden in the dumps with only 13% of people voting for him. He's slow Joe can't gobble the glizzies, man.
He's gonna nap.
He is. He's gonna be tired halfway through. Only 13% backed Biden as a potential winner. 29% on the fence on this very important issue that they were asked about. But maybe someday they'll weigh in. We shall see. All right, let us know what you think. Maybe you want to weigh in on that. We'll let you talk about whatever you want with your dispatches. So go do it. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, a tip at a bar makes everybody lose their minds. Why? And does everybody have it wrong? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, we get some date night ideas from Danny Meyering and Date Night Done Right. Then Glenn Klausman brings us a case for Colbert Court. For JCS Trivia, win them before you can buy them. Tickets to see Lewis Black at the Hard Rock Live. Also, we want to put $1,000 in your hand with 4 shots at $1,000. Plus, yours call, sex, and talkbacks later today.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Box 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast on this Thursday. And for the rest of the day, we're expecting temperatures to be on the warmer side. We'll expect highs to climb well into the upper 80s and low 90s with a high of 90 degrees on the way for Orlando. We'll expect a partly to mostly sunny sky. We'll have some upper level clouds, meaning some thin, wispy clouds overhead. By this weekend, we'll start to see temperatures become even hotter with highs well into the low and mid 90s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by J. David Tax Law.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. After a 2-year hiatus, the IRS has resumed their aggressive collections letters. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! FrankGayServices.com.
Are you over 30 and putting off life insurance? It's time to get a quick quote from Ethos. A better, easier way to get term life insurance. All online with no medical exam. Answer a few health questions and you could be approved for up to $2 million. Isn't it worth 10 minutes to help protect your family's financial security? Ethos. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Whether it's food for meetings or company events, Easycater has everything you need to make food for work. And that means all you have to do is sit back and take credit.
Wow, a vegan and a meat lover taco bar? Jill, you're the best.
Oh, all I did was use Easycater.
Take the credit, Jill.
Well, I guess I sort of...
Take it.
Invented taco bars.
Too far, Jill. Too far. Easycater has everything you need to make food for work. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Another happy Safelite customer.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
There I was driving down the highway when out of nowhere, a rock hits my windshield. So annoying. But then I remembered Safelite repair, Safelite replace. I booked my appointment at Safelite.com. And with my insurance, my new windshield was no cost to me. Safelite even handled my insurance claim, which was the best.
Cracked windshield? Just go to Safelite.com and let Safelite take care of everything.
Safelite repair, Safelite replace.
Nowadays, it seems like wherever I go, there's a vacuum emptying out my purse. I go to get gas. I go to buy groceries. I go to the coffee shop. But then, the strangest thing happened. I went to McDonald's for breakfast, and all I heard was... You see, McDonald's has a deal where I can choose any two for just $2.79. I can choose from a sausage McMuffin, a sausage biscuit, a sausage burrito, hash browns, or a small hot coffee. I chose a sausage burrito with fluffy scrambled egg, pork sausage, melty cheese, green chilies, and onion. And I paired it with crispy hash browns, all for just $2.79. It's such a good deal. I'm using the money I saved to get my car clean. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
The free iHeart Radio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders.
This is the story of a girl. I'm not safe, but I'm not well.
Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeart Radio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. That's 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Power on this spring and summer with Batteries Plus. In stores and online too, you'll find batteries for your car, RV, boat, motorcycle, ATV, golf cart, and more. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
April is World Wish Month, and iHeartRadio is proud to partner with Make-A-Wish to launch the Wishmakers Wanted campaign. Did you know that everyone has the power to make a wish come true? Even you. Make-A-Wish is recruiting 1 million wishmakers to grant life-changing wishes to kids when they need it most. As long as children continue to face devastating critical illnesses, they'll be counting on wishmakers like you to create the hope and strength they need to fight. Become a wishmaker today at wishmaker.org.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
From the newsjunkie.com in just a moment. Celia and I've just reached out to management about that audio clip that you tried to grab of me.
Oh, yeah?
And I've told them that in no uncertain terms, that is to be deleted immediately, and that if played on the air, it will result in me leaving the program for the foreseeable future.
Oh.
So, my favorite person, you ask? Well, Adolf Hitler, of course. That's so bad. In context, that made sense. I was speaking about something and playing a character in the moment. I emailed.
Who were you speaking about?
I was speaking. I don't even remember anymore. Oh, I've reached out to management, and they have told you, they're going to tell you soon, if they have not already, that that is out of bounds and not to be played any longer. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm in charge around here, and what I say goes.
Yeah,
management respects me so much. They truly, they listen.
It's a mutual, right? It's a mutual thing.
It's a two-way street, and both ways are blocked right now for construction, it appears. All right, we're going to hear from you. We want to play your dispatch, so you got to send that in. Do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. Arnott says this is because Wasson hates women. I love women. My favorite people in my life are women. I love them. Couldn't love them anymore. Unfortunately.
Love to be a part of one someday.
All right, let's just get into this instead of blib blobbing here. We'll get to the dispatches in a moment or two, but first,
sorry, we're doing too much blib blobbing for you. no more blib blab.
I'm talking about me, not you. I'm blib blabbing over here, right? I'm yapping.
Blib blab. I was taking a bath.
I need to get to this story, so I'm going to do that. You guys are doing great. And both of you, by the way. You both look great today. You're fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Why am I complimenting C-Lane? He just played the clip of me that I didn't want him to play. What am I doing here? This is a disaster for me. Jay-Z walked into a bar. This is not the beginning of a joke. This is reality. And he went to a bar to celebrate a friend's birthday in New York. And I don't know why, but just now, this is going viral, and it's been posted about on all the platforms you could imagine. Facebook, that one, this Instagram, one, that one, all of them. And he goes out to this bar in Manhattan, and he runs up a tab. And it's a pretty big tab. It's a Jay-Z size tab that he ran up in 2018. The bar bill was $91,000, which is quite costly. And a lot of that was for bottles of Ace of Spades champagne.
That's his champagne.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he still has to pay that much money for his own champagne?
I mean, it's just coming back to him.
How much does a bottle of Ace of Spades champagne cost?
$200 or $300.
Wow. And then I guess maybe like a huge upcharge in a bar in Manhattan.
Yeah. It's one of those champagnes that, like, if you want to give a really nice gift, it's very well packaged. You know, the out of box experience is fun. Like, it comes in a nice case, and
really,
and like what do you call it when it's in the box? It's like it's molded to fit to cradle the bottle of champagne, and you know, it's an experience. I've had it.
It's like an Apple product when you open it up, where everything's thought out and thoughtful. And he buys a couple of his own bottles of champagne. Somehow the bar bill becomes $91,000. And all the people who saw this bill from the Playroom in Manhattan for Jay-Z, they started to take him to task for the tip that he left on this. And the tip that he left was $11,000. All right? $11,000. Now, what these morons said was, that's not even 20% of the bill that he tipped. He only tipped this much. And you go, he had a $91,000 bill at this bar. He tipped $11,000, and people are coming down. It's too cheap.
It's not 20%.
You got to tip 20%. 20% only matters for peasants. Do you understand that? There's a hard truth I have to get through to some of you right now. 20% only matters for peasants. When you're a waiter or a bartender, for that matter, and the bill comes around and you get left an $11,000 tip, do you think that bartender goes, what in the what?
It's $7,000 light.
Well, who's coming down on him? Is it the internet collective, or is it did the bartenders make a stink about it?
No, they didn't at all, because they didn't care. The bartender's like, damn, just got an $11,000 tip. Pretty big day. That's kind of cool. They were excited, but people online are so potato-brained that they look at this and go, he didn't even tip 20%. This guy is such a cheapskate. No, when you're not a peasant, when you're tipping on a $91,000 bar tab, you don't have to tip 20%. The bartender is going to be happy to get $10,000 is nothing to sneeze at. That's a bunch of money, and they're going to be very happy with that. And mind you, let's think about the cost comparison here. If I go to Applebee's and I run up $100 tab, and I get a couple of meals, I get a couple of drinks, I get some appies, I'm happy. I get all the good stuff, right?
Happy bill with the appies.
Bill comes, $100 tab. And I fill in my tip, and I go, $100, $20 tip, 20%. Right? I'm in. I did what I was supposed to do. There we go. $20 to that waiter is nothing compared to if you went in there and dropped $10,000 on a $200,000 check. And also, I went to Applebee's and I got $100 worth of food and drinks and service. He didn't get $91,000 worth of anything at this bar. I would argue he probably got like $1,000 worth of stuff, and his tip is more than generous in this case. But people are a little bit dumb, and they see these things. Let's get a Jay-Z for being too cheap. Get a Jay-Z for a lot of things. Get a Jay-Z for being insanely out of touch. Get a Jay-Z, Beyonce for being weirdos who are vegan, but only every other Thursday, right, and only for 2 meals on that day. And then they brag about it in interviews. Okay, get it for
where's
that.
my thank you card from PETA?
but don't get it Jay-Z for being a bad rapper, because he's not. And don't get a Jay-Z for being a bad tipper, because $11,000 is pretty damn generous, if you ask me.
So I've never considered myself, I don't think a lot of people do, but I've never considered myself to be a lousy tipper. There were times where I was like poor and couldn't be as generous as I'd like to be now. But I look at it as like, if I'm just going for one drink or one beer, back in the day when I was like tight on money, I would tip $1 or $2, regardless of what it costs, because it was just like, I got one beer. You opened one beer. The tip for me was like, here's a thank you for the amount of work you did. So if you open one bottle of Andre champagne for me, that is maybe $6 at the store. Versus you open one bottle of Ace of Spades for me, which is $300, $200 maybe, at the store. You've done the same amount of work for both bottles.
Right. Yeah. Or
hypothetically, Andre's is a twist off, and Ace of Spades probably has that little cage around it. But I mean,
then you're just you're splitting hairs.
Hypothetically speaking, if you've done the same amount of work, does it really need to be? So the steakhouse that I went to in Tampa, Burns. They have, obviously, they have like a huge selection of wine. I know, because we paid for a lot of it. The autograt on their bill is guaranteed to the server is 12%.
Yeah.
Anything over that, that's up to you, but they automatically get 12%. And I said, because he showed us what the most expensive bottle of wine in their cellar is, and it was like, I forget, I told you guys what it was, but it was 5 figures, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I said, what do you get if you sell that? And he goes, well, 12%, at least. And I was like, oh, I get that. All right. And so if that was the case for this Jay-Z bar tab, he paid more. Now, 12% is not normal, but I think $11,000 is not anything that you should be complaining about.
No, and nobody would be. And this is people who are not servers and not bartenders. It's commensurate with the experience that you got and how generous you want to be. Let's say, for instance, you went to a place. I'll just pick. I'll pick the greatest bar around with the best, most talented mixologists you could find in the country, probably. A place called Sunroom.
I know. Right?
Best of the best.
Figured you'd like that.
That are there. And, how dare you? And at Sunroom, you get a fancy drink. The bartenders are shaking it up by their heads. They're coming up with a concoction that was well thought out. They are all very, very nice, and the decor is amazing. You're in a great spot. You're going to tip commensurate with the heightened experience that you're getting at that place.
Yes.
But you're not just going to tip exponentially. I had $1 million bar tab. I have to tip 20% on that. So let me run the numbers here.
Jay-Z probably wasn't ordering cocktails that take like a full 8 minutes to make. It's just bottles of champagne. I'm sure that they was it a bar or a club?
Mm-hmm. It was a bar. It was a bar. It says in Manhattan.
Oh. I mean, for that, I don't even know if they're doing the whole. Tie some fireworks to it and have a scantily clad woman bring it to you. If he's just at a bar, man, it's good to be Jay-Z.
Look up Playroom, New York. See if you could find the place. Maybe they got a menu so we can see how much stuff costs. Playroom, New York is the spot where he was at. And I think it's some sort of bar. Maybe it's more of a clubby kind of buzz.
I got the wrong place.
Oh, what?
I think I did too.
You got the children's amusement center.
It could be. Maybe that's what he was just partying in that place.
I go, if this is a bar, first of all, terrible theme, and there's no way Jay-Z's hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, okay, I put NYC. Maybe Playroom, New York is what I should be doing.
Yeah,
I still have the children's amusement center.
Playroom
found
New
them
York
on Yelp.
Bar might help you. Oh, they're on Yelp? Okay. Yeah. What's the reviews like over there?
2 stars.
Ooh, not good. Maybe that's for the Jay-Z tip situation. It could have been something like that came up. Not great, though. All right, we want to hear from you. We want to see what you got on your mind. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and let us know what you have going on in your brain.
Hookahs.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
it's one of those places. I never liked the hookah. Not a fan. I understand that people think it looks cool, and you're sitting around like a bunch of Turkish types, and you're puffing on your hookah, smoking God knows what, some sandalwood nonsense. I understand it, but in practice, it's like the Ouija board where somebody's always moving the thing around. Somebody on the hookah is always like hitting it harder than you, and so you don't get a good hit.
But not paying, the share. More of a share.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. All right, we want to get to those dispatches, and we shall in just a moment. In a study that surprises me 0%, they find that mentally stimulating work plays a key role in staving off dementia. This is the idea, the theory, if you will, that if you keep your brain busy, you'll stay healthier longer. If you retire early, your brain turns to mush. You're more likely to get dementia. You're more likely to fall apart mentally. You're more likely, some people believe, to die earlier if you stop working, if you stop engaging your brain. I know people who retired and they still do things like they play mahjong every day. They do different things to keep their brains active and alert. There's something to it. What do you think? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we'll get to those. Plus, a new movie headed our way featuring the one, the only Leonardo DiCaprio. But should they be making